All right, guys, outside TV talking to Scott Hagen, CEO of Victrola. Scott, great to see you.
You as well, Scott.
Yeah, excited about your move to Denver. Tell me about that. How'd that come to be that you moved from New York to Denver? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so our office has historically been in New York, just in Long Island,
Yeah,
and we were contemplating making a move about a year and a half ago. And I was flying out when we arrived. COVID kind of hit, and
yeah,
uh, as a team, we were able to work remote really fast and started developing a lot of really great skill sets on being able to work remotely.
yeah.
And we all started talking, hey, if we're going to move the office, which we had already been planning on doing, kind of the world's our oyster now. So where do we want to be?
Yeah.
We looked at a bunch of different cities around the US, and we started thinking about things that we felt were important to the culture, were important to the company. One is we wanted to be a good cost for the company to be able to reside in and move to.
Right.
But more importantly than that, we were looking for people that we felt like had an appreciation for the arts, loved the products that we were setting out to create and provide to consumers,
Yeah.
and also we wanted a place that we thought was fun, not only for us to live in, for us to be in,
Yeah.
but for our partners to come visit. And really, at the end of the day, it became extremely clear once we started narrowing down the choices
Yeah, it's
that
great.
New York was the right spot for us.
Well, I was lobbying hard to get you guys here, so I'm glad it worked out. And Denver's so great, Colorado's so great. And you're right, it's lifestyle, and the art community here is great. The music scene in Denver is just uh,
Huge,
huge and massive. We were talking about our kids.
growing fast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got all kinds of concerts and festivals, and people are just really, really into it. So it's a great spot. Hey, tell me about the product mix. People are certainly familiar with the brand. It's a legacy brand. It's been around for a long, long time. Tell me
Yes.
about the current product mix.
Yeah, the current product mix really is most of our products are record players and turntables.
Okay.
But they're a little bit different than maybe when you think of traditional record player or
Yeah.
turntable. In almost all cases, our players are really meant to be design focused. They're meant to really look good in your home, or
Right.
they're meant to be fun and cool from a look and feel, where you can take them on the go and they're portable, and or they
Yeah.
look portable in the suitcase format.
Yeah. I've got a Technics turntable in the living room, and it works pretty well, but it doesn't look all that great. It's not very stylish. Your stuff is so much cooler looking, and it's really functional. I mean, the sound is amazing. And, people who are used to vinyl like you and me grew up with it, know how great it can be. But explain a little bit about that. Vinyl, sometimes to somebody who hasn't heard it, they hear it and it's like, wow, this is so warm and beautiful.
Yeah, I think some people will say that vinyl sounds better than anything they've ever heard before,
Yeah.
and um, I'll argue that in many cases that might be the case. That might be true. But what we found is probably the most important thing, and why I really think people sometimes say, "Well, this is so awesome. This is such a great experience."
Right.
The experience is
Right.
because usually when you're listening to a record, you're not just listening to a track in your car, and then 30 minutes goes by and you can't remember what you listened to,
Yep.
or listening to music in a coffee shop when you're walking through. We consume all this type of music,
Yeah.
but when you're listening to vinyl, you're taking it, you're looking for what you want to listen to, usually with somebody else in some cases,
Yeah.
and you put it on there and you stop and you kind of slow down and really
Right.
focus on that one thing and listen to that. And I think that's frankly as much of a driver as the sound quality
I think
of
so
the
too.
total experience.
It's the experience. Yeah, I know I've got albums sitting right here, and it's a blast to pull out. We were talking about an old Fleetwood Mac album, and pull it out, read about it. You can see all the stuff on the back. You take it out, you put the needle right on track 3, which is your favorite song. There's just nothing else like it.
Yeah, and our mission at Victrola is to create lifelong music memories for everyone. And
Yeah.
what you're talking about is exactly one of those scenarios.
Right.
That Fleetwood Mac record was one of the top selling, if not the top selling records this year alone. So it's
Yeah.
actually proving that all these people, they want to reflect back on what they used to hear, or they want to listen to what maybe mom and dad thought was really cool back in the time too. Yeah,
Totally.
it's really a fun kind of communal experience in many ways.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know when I do it, I call my son up and say, hey man, I'm pulling this out. Check this out. Here's my favorite song from back in the day. We play it. Sounds great. Hey, so for people who don't have vinyl or they want to bolster their vinyl collection like me, you guys have a really cool record store I'm excited about. Tell me about that.
Yeah, just this last holiday, we opened up an online record store called Victrola Record Store. It's
Okay.
part of our normal site at victrola.com. And when you go there, what you're going to find is probably one of the largest assortments out there. What we started realizing was, as somebody who loves to listen to music and buy vinyl myself, is that there were really cool curated small vinyl stores that you could go to online, but they didn't have a big selection. But
Right.
it was a really cool experience. And then there was like these giant behemoth, you probably know the name, stores that are out there.
Massive. Right.
You look at them, but the experience, it wasn't cool. There wasn't great content. It wasn't telling me what I should listen to or helping me find new things. It just
Right.
was a bunch of titles. So
Right.
what we try to do is make the best of both worlds, bring a really cool kind of curated experience, along with a wide range of titles and artists, a very, very deep catalog for people to pick from, and really great prices too.
Awesome. And if you're hanging out at home, you can search right online. You guys will ship it right out. No sweat.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Before we let you go, you got a really cool product coming up that we just want to tease real quickly. It's a portable player.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of had Denver in mind, if you will, as we started thinking about our move. One of the things that we socially saw a lot in our social pages were people that wanted to listen to records, maybe when they were camping in their airstream, do and other things like that, maybe at the beach.
Yeah.
But there really hasn't been a great product meant to bring outside, really truly meant to bring outside.
Right.
And so we're very, very excited to bring that product that we think everybody's been waiting for.
I'm telling you,
In,
it's going to blow up, Scott. I've kind of mentioned it to a few friends, that, hey, there's this new product coming. I don't really know a whole lot about it. It's not out yet, but it's a portable player. Everyone I've mentioned it to, Scott, has been like, wow, that sounds amazing. That's going to be hot.
too.
Okay, so coming summer of 2021, so we'll be on the lookout for it. We'll talk again. We're going to see you on location. I'm here in Denver. We'll go check things out in person for our next interview. But in the meantime, this is great, and keep up the great work. We're excited about the company.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.